Rob, many thanks for the possibility of being there today, for your kind invitation. And it's indeed only the first part of our discussion, because I'm looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks in Kyiv. And it shows indeed the real commitment. We are extremely grateful for also your personal commitment to Ukraine, to support of our independence, territorial integrity and inviolability of borders, and our commitment to values, our commitment to European values, and our commitment to become and to be united, democratic and European countries. And having the Russian aggression against Ukraine going, Russia supporting terrorists in Donetsk and Lugansk, we also have to be consistent and pushy in implementing European-oriented reforms in Ukraine. And because of that, I'm extremely grateful for sustainable support of our Canadian friends and partners, which now covers the whole range of issues, and especially rule of law, the ideas of how to support decentralization in Ukraine, a number of sector-oriented projects, extremely valuable support in the sphere of military technical cooperations, which should bring our military forces and which should also bring our whole security and defense sector to the standards we need to defend our countries and we need to defend our values. In this sense, it's indeed a number of important initiatives going on between us. Let me just specially mention future free trade agreement between Ukraine and Canada, and later this day I will meet a number of other ministers, real friends of Ukraine, including Trade Minister at first, talking about the possibility to have a speedy negotiation process fully focused on ambitious and effective free trade agreement, which should inject another momentum in our bilateral trade and investment relations. Of course, we should exhaust the potential for our cooperation where we have it. And for me, it's indeed not just about policy. Having unique support of Canada within the G7 frame, supporting transatlantic solidarity, and support the fight for values in Ukraine. It's a unique momentum now in different spheres of economic and sectoral cooperation, but also special kind of people-to-people links, special kind of people understanding each other, talking to each other, and interacting with each other. And it's exactly our goal, our ambitious goal. Again, many thanks. I look forward to hosting you in Kyiv. And in the recent months, we have practically every week the visit either of Ukrainian ministers or Ukrainian officials coming down here, or someone from our Canadian friends. It shows our commitment, and it shows our commitment to get practical results. Many thanks.
Thank you very much.
Weapons to Ukraine?
We are extremely, and I have to say here and to reiterate, extremely grateful for our Canadian friends and partners for the military technical cooperation, what was needed. I personally remember the moment then I was in Borispol, in the vicinity of Kyiv, in the airfield, meeting the first Canadian airplane with Canadian assistance. It was emotionally also a special point for me. But let me here reiterate, we need what makes us stronger, and the special training assistance by Canada and Canadians coming to Ukraine, bringing the real standards, bringing the way how to fight for our independence is really invaluable for us. And we're going to develop this cooperation also in the future.
These military trainers that are coming, can you tell us more about what they are doing? And Russia says they see it as a provocation. Can you respond to that and tell us a little more detail on how they can help, and will they be involved in fighting perhaps?
Look, how can you see and even call this as provocation? Then Russia sent into Ukraine through Ukrainian-Russian border, and part of this border is not under our full control. Troops, and I mean regular troops, mercenaries, weapons, heavy weaponry, practically everything to destabilize Donbass, and through Donbass the whole Ukraine. And having a limited number of committed people who should bring Ukrainian military forces, who should bring Ukrainian National Guards up to the standards, even in comparison of what has been done in and around Donbass, and call it as provocation, for me is just a joke. Sorry for being so direct on that.
Minister, can you walk through what funding is actually being committed today in terms of civil society and democratic governance?
We'll give you some details, but we're making an announcement today with respect to $14 million an additional aid. $8 million of it will be to combating human trafficking of children and youth. $3 million for polio immunization. There will be support for judicial education. I'm a big believer, needless to say, or not surprisingly, in anything we can do to promote the rule of law. We will making funds available to defend human rights in Ukraine's conflict zones, but overall this is again one more step in our continuous level of cooperation between Canada and Ukraine, and it sends out the very clear message that we are in this for the long term.
Sir, Ukraine has had problems with attacks against LGBT minorities. Is there any money here or any consideration in terms of promoting the rights of minorities in Ukraine?
Well, again, we have, these are for a number of human rights initiatives, protecting human rights, $1.6 million. This is that we will provide for legal representation and assistance for citizens facing legal actions, and so this is part of an overall package that we have. Yes?
If I can ask you for an update on the situation in Nepal, you know, the Canadian citizens there are still some complaints about those who are stuck there, can't get out.
I know they're working very hard. They're working around the clock. We have consular officials that have arrived, and just for your information, I believe that we may be giving another press conference here in another couple of hours on this. But again, I know that they are absolutely committed to doing everything possible in this terrible tragedy in that zone.
European officials have asked the Ukrainian government to address corruption and economic reforms. Have you raised the same kinds of concerns with the Ukrainians?
We have met on a number of occasions, and Canada has been very clear that reform packages within Ukraine are important to us, and I've been assured that that the President takes these very seriously, and they're working on these. And again, what I have emphasized in my relationship with him, among other things, is that the continuous cooperation and support they can expect from Canada.
Can I add up for a moment? Because we, for the first time, created effective anti-corruption bureau, created a special prevention bureau, and a system of how to tackle corruption. Of course, it's about not, becoming ideal in 2 or 3 months. But by area of our international partner, it's now recognized that we've been doing well on the point of tackling corruption. Of course, it's a way forward. Of course, we have to be committed there. But the first successes are also there.